Hey, what's up guys? Satellar Knight here. I'm back with another video. Today with me I have Jose and he's showing off his Dark Magician deck. Jose, you ready to do this?
Oh yeah, man, let's get into it.
Awesome. Don't forget guys to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this deck profile. Here we go.
Alright guys, your guys' favorite boy, Dark Magician here. It's a fun deck to play with. Did lose some consistency without Verde. But let's just get into the profile real quick. I run 3 Dark Magicians. I tend to like to discard a lot with Forbidden Droplet, and then the Timaeus, and I do run 1 Apprentice Illusion Magician.
Let's flip those around.
Oh, you want? Yeah, my bad. Let's do that. My bad, guys.
Ooh, look at that. It's a DDS. 3 copies of DDS Dark. Can I see it?
Yeah. They're pretty mint too.
Look at this, guys. Words cannot describe how beautiful this card is in person, and obviously just by looking at it. It is one of the most expensive cards out there, and I'm glad I was able to hold it.
But yeah, so I run 3. Some people run 2 for consistency. Sometimes when you're sighting, you might want to sight one out for sure. If you're going second, add that 3rd droplet or more imperms or something. I feel going with 3 though is a little more consistent when you have things to discard with all the time. Because I do run a Magicized Fusion. I do run a Girl 2 for the draw 1.
And Magician Force first ed.
Yeah. So yeah, this deck's a little expensive. Definitely go cheaper if you get different copies, but cool. So yeah, those guys right there. We do run 1 Timaeus. He could be kind of a brick, but you do want to see him also. Again, your easier way to fuse, but he is so prone to imperm and effect veiler. Kind of like Verde though. So like when people were like, oh well, that guy. It's like, well, if they had imperm or veiler, they would have stopped Verde anyways, and that's worse. At least you got this big guy in the field still, so it's fine. Again, you end up discarding to the graveyard to send more for Magicized Fusion later anyways, so that's pretty good. I mean, you definitely need 3 of these. Souls are way too good. There's just not much more to say about this card. It opens and extends left and right in this deck, so definitely go into Souls. You definitely need 3 rods. Sometimes 2. I'll side one out if I'm going second, just because your normal summon isn't going to matter. But you definitely want to see it opening hand, and you definitely want to be able to you could recur it using it in the graveyard. You guys know his effect. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Cool. 3 Ashes. There's just not much to say. Ashes way too good. Like if you're not playing at least 2 Ashes, it's rough. You definitely want 2 Illusion of Chaos. 3 is a little bricky. It's just.
Are those Starlight?
Yeah, those are Starlight.
Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Man, this deck is expensive.
It's a little flashy for sure. I run 2 because I run 3 Preparation of Rites. You could probably get rid of these and run 3 of that, but these are pretty consistent, especially if you run into a hand where you have 2 of these. You can use Souls. If you have Souls, you could pitch one of these to draw at least an extra card, or if you have more things to pitch for sure. I just feel like this is a pretty consistent ratio: 2 Illusion of Chaos and 3 Prepper Rites.
Okay.
Just gives you more options. Soul Servant. It's another card you need in this deck. It's just way too consistent in this deck. Being able to draw 1 or 2 cards is pretty nice. I run 2 circles just because if you end up getting these 2, this will give you another search essentially, and this sets up the draw for later. So it's way too good to not run 2. A lot of people say run 1 circle for consistency, but circle does add consistency. You want to see that on the field so you could banish once per turn, and it's rough. If they banish that 1, then you just lost any ability to be able to banish yourself. 1 secret. This is a fusion / ritual for the Dark Magician archetype. Not much else to say. You need at least 1 to be able to make any fusion in this deck. So it's pretty good to evade Imperm or Veiler too if you have like your Rod and you have Dark Magician or Girl in your hand, you'll summon, they'll try to negate Rod. You get Chain, Secrets, boom, they just lost their target, so you still get your search off with Rod, and you get your fusion out, so pretty good stuff. One Salvation, super good for setting up the extra draw with Souls, to summon with Timaeus, or if you end up like just getting negated everywhere and then all of a sudden you're just blocked with Dark Magician to Girl the whole time, it's pretty helpful. I do run one Terraforming to get that out, and one Secret Village in the main. I run two in the side deck. It's just very nice to have the option of doing these two. This deck is super good if you get Dragoon out with Secret Village. It's so hard because yeah, your droplet, everything, you're just out of that. You know, your what else? Your super polys are out. Yeah. Upstart consistency, essentially a 39 card deck. Very good synergy with Circle and Soul Servant. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, you need Called by the Grave. There's so many hand traps, and even if it's not hand traps, and it's like anything that uses the graveyard, it's so good to, yeah, easy. That's the Magicalized Fusion. We can go into the extra deck after, but you have so many targets with Magicalized Fusion. And again, with all the discards you get off, it's pretty good. You know, I run two droplets. I have a third one in the side deck. It's just, you don't want to, going first, you want to see these for sure.
So do you prefer this over Dark Ruler?
Dark Ruler? Oh yeah, definitely. Dark Ruler is great. It's just, again, if you're going first or second, this is still playable. If you're going first with Dark Ruler, not too much. This also sets up all sorts of different plays and flexibility. And again, I could fuse using the graveyard with Magicalized Fusion. So if I'm going second, and then I try to bait out their effects, and then I chain drop it to negate, and then get rid of some material, and then I get fusion, and then just clear the board and be able to OTK because of that. Okay. It's just way more flexible than Dark Ruler. But Dark Ruler is great, don't get me wrong. I used to, but then droplets happen. Two Eternal Souls, again, very good with the field spell, of course. A lot of the time, if you end up drawing one and then you get the field, then play it, get the second soul out, and then you use souls to pitch two to draw two. It's like a free draw two almost. It's just way too good. Right. But again, part of your main combo is soul, part of your lockdown. Like, you need it. It's helpful. Definitely want to see one. Two is pretty helpful most of the time. One Skill Drain. This is one where I would probably play 2 or 3 in this deck just because you could get rid of it with Magician's Souls, and then you could search souls like pretty consistently with Illusionary Chaos and stuff. So pretty great card, locks down most decks. I would run maybe 1 or 2 more. One is pretty good, especially if you're going first. But you know, it is what it is. I run 3 Imperms because you never know. Again, I would probably side one of these out for a second Skill Drain and maybe go 2 and 2 or something. But Imperm, again, not much more else to say other than it's just way too good. Going first or second.
Okay, awesome. That's a standard hand trap.
Yeah. Any questions for me?
No, this is good. Let's get to that extra.
Yeah, the extra deck. So, like, there's a few things you could do in here. I don't run Hulk. That'd be great. You could even do Baron with with Ghost Ogre or Ash and Dark Magician. You get your level 10 synchro, but I don't do that. It's like a lot. If you have the room and you find it, there's 2 questionable cards in here, which would be my XCs. But you'd be surprised how often I run into that, and actually gets me out of a lot of problems. If I don't run Apprentice Illusion Magician, I'd probably cut this for sure. But a lot of the time, I could summon this easily. If you end up getting your Apprentice, you discard your, let's say if you end up getting Girl in hand or Guy, Apprentice replenishes your hand with another Dark Magician. Then you can use Souls, send Girl, special summon Girl. Now you got your rank 6. And now you get overlay into the rank 7 using his effect. And then you could pitch Girl and special summon Dark Magician. Boom, like 2 cards to be able to get your rank 7 play guy into Dark Magician and Girl on field for Soul Servant draw 2.
Alright.
So like it happens a lot. Going second too, sometimes this card is just crazy good because you're able to banish, and again you're able to pull out your magicians pretty quick. For the fusions, right here guys, these are the main ones. Most of the time you want to go into Dragoon just because the Omni Negate.
Yeah.
The easiest one to make is definitely your Dark Magicians, and it gives you a lot of advantage, like a ton of advantage. The reason you play Girl is for the field spell, sort of, for the draw 2 Soul Servant, but also this guy has he can special summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl when he's destroyed.
Right.
So that's like another effect. That effect, you can't do it if you don't run Girl, because it needs to summon both. So that's another reason why you want to do that. Whenever you do summon the Dragon Knight guy, way too good. Like you pretty much win most games just because you have Eternal Soul and this guy. They're just like protecting each other, and then you can bring them back all the time too for your banish. It's just way too good. This guy is so random whenever that does happen, but his effect's pretty good. Sometimes you can use him to extend more. You just gotta watch out for Nibiru. But if you get his effect off where you tribute a light and a dark, it banishes all your opponent's monsters, doesn't target, doesn't destroy. Man, it happens once in a while. They have like cards that can't be destroyed or whatever, targeted. He comes in clutch sometimes. Super easy to bring out. Takes Illusion of Chaos and Dark Magician. Easy with the secrets of Dark Magic or Magic Light's Fusion. And then now for the links. Oh, and this is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Again, if the game goes long or you're able to go through a lot of your discards and stuff and like build your whole graveyard, Quintet, Magic Light's Fusion usually ends up being game, just blows up the whole field, and 4,500 attack. Yeah, it's crazy. Can't target, can't destroy, can't super poly him. Yeah. Alright, for the linked ones here. Pretty self-explanatory. Link Freebo. Souls, that's usually the one Souls target to go into. Awesome. These two, you use Imduck for another dragon monster to be able to fuse with Dark Magician. Whether it's magicalized, like a lot of the time with Souls, if you get like a crappy hand, which surprise Dark Magician deck, that'll happen. With Souls and Magic Light's Fusion though, you just use Souls, pitch Dark Magician, special summon Dark Magician, link off Imduck, and then Magic Light's Fusion. You have your Dragoon and 2 cards. It's pretty easy. Very hard to stop too. They can't Ash or anything, so cool. I guess they could do what's her name? Ghost Bell. They could Ghost Bell it. They could Ghost Bell Souls as Dark Magician.
I don't think a lot of people run that now.
But yeah, they don't really run that anymore. And then Link Spider. A very generic link one for Dark Magician. Whenever you can't get into your other Dark Magicians and you want to keep trying to set up that banish once per turn, you banish on your turn, whatever, and then next turn link off. So then you have your Dark Magician again in the graveyard to be able to banish again, and so on.
Okay.
Link 2. I only run 1. Oh, what? I forgot. This is super important. Artemis, another link 1. You usually use it with Rod. Super good. Again, a lot of the time you'll get stuck with like Soul Servant and a couple other like hand traps or Imprint or whatever. You'll just link your Rod off. She's a spellcaster. Rod's in the grave. Next turn, if you're able to activate your Soul Servant or Eternal Soul, you could activate Rod's effect to tribute a spellcaster and add him back to your hand. That way you have your normal summon next turn again. So super important. When I see someone not running Artemis and they're trying to play Dark Magician with Rod, it doesn't make sense not to. Yeah, like you need it. For rank 2, again, I don't play Hawk. Hawk's cool, but then that means you're relying on normal summoning your Ash or something. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's cool. Sometimes when I make Dark, you'll like normal summon Ash sometimes because you need to. But yeah, that's not a combo you want to rely on most of the time. Dark's pretty good. Again, against DPE, you bait it out, boom, and then you go into dark, and then you take away their DPE, or you know, another way to do it. You know, you're able to just special summon any of their dark monsters from the grave, which gives you your Link 3 play into Celine, and then Celine gives you your Link 4. Yeah, so a lot of the time, this is like such a clutch combo to get. Why it's a good thing to get help? Because then, you know, if you're playing Effect Veiler, you could summon Effect Veiler and do the same thing into Celine instead of Dark. But yeah, that's just another option. I do love Dark. You should definitely play Dark. It's super consistent. Link 2 for sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jose, for the deck profile. We always appreciate it and love seeing Dark Magician into play again. Or one of our old school favorite cards for sure. Guys, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll be doing a giveaway soon. Check the link below for that. Till then.